So if you heard of the Coriolis effect, supposedly snipers have to account for this. The earth spinning underneath the speeding bullet. Now if you ask Google, does the earth spin underneath a bullet? The answer is yes. But if you ask if the earth spins underneath a hot air balloon or underneath an airplane, the answer is no. No, the earth does not spin underneath a hot air balloon. The atmosphere spins right along with the earth, except when you're shooting a bullet. You can't have it both ways. It's either one or the other. There either is a Coriolis effect or there is no Coriolis effect. The earth spins underneath a bullet, but it does not spin underneath an airplane or a hot air balloon. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Ask Neil deGrasse Tyson. He'll tell you about how a field goal in a football game was deflected 1/3 of an inch to the right due to the Earth's rotation. So the Earth is rotated underneath that football 1/3 of an inch from the time that football got kicked into the air and made it to the field goal. It was deflected by 1/3 of an inch due to the Earth's rotation, according to Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's called the Coriolis effect. You have objects moving above the Earth while the Earth is rotating underneath of it. But that only works with a bullet or a football. It doesn't happen if you're in an airplane or a hot air balloon or a helicopter. You can't have both. It's one or the other. Coriolis crap. Time to wake up, people. Now, the Bible repeatedly tells us that the earth is not spinning. Just a few examples. Pillars of the earth are the Lord's. He has set the world on them. Who shakes the earth out of its place and its pillars tremble? When the earth and all of its people quake, it is I who hold its pillars firm. He set the earth on its foundations so that it should never be moved. Where were you when I laid the foundation of the earth? Tell me if you have understanding. The world is established, it shall never be moved. Yes, the earth is established, it shall never be moved. Now, we know that the earth doesn't spin, that it's actually the sun, the stars, and the moon that rotate around us. As in, just like in the book of Joshua, where he commanded the stars and the moon to stand still. The earth does not move. I'd like to talk about the Coriolis force, a fictitious force, and it is just that. Neil deGrasse Tyson, in case you didn't know, he's an astrophysicist. He says a 50-yard field goal will deflect nearly half an inch due to the Earth's rotation. That's the Coriolis force. So in that amount of time that it takes that football to go from that player's foot to that goalpost has moved a half an inch because it is anchored to the earth and the earth is rotating, right? Well, if that's the case, then why can't a helicopter hover in one place for 12 hours and land on the other side of the earth? Why can't I hover in a hot air balloon for an hour and land 1,000 miles away since the Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. And if you say that you can't do that because the atmosphere is actually spinning along with the Earth, well, then there is no Coriolis force. How did that field goal post deflect a half an inch then? The atmosphere that the football is going through would have moved along with the goalpost. It would have not been deflected a half of an inch. Coriolis force, fictitious force. Fictitious meaning not real, just like the globe.